How to install a precision parabolic damper on a KX250F. First, remove the top triple clamp. Notice that the precision mount has teeth to take a bite into the motorcycle's headstock. Place the mount over the bulkhead of the motorcycle, center it up, and snug the screw. You're going to make sure that the mount is flush up against the top of the motorcycle's bulkhead. You may want to tap it down with a soft hammer to ensure that you are flush up against the top. See how there's no gaps. Now we're going to torque the 6mm bolt at the front of the mount to 11 Newton meters. Then we're going to break it loose, almost all the way loose, and retorque it 4 times. This will allow the teeth to take a bigger bite into the aluminum of the bulkhead. Tapping the clamp down and retorquing is advisable. Ensure that the mounting plate is still down on the top of the bulkhead. Reinstall the top triple clamp, securing all the bolts and torquing them to factory specifications. Place the rubber boot over the pivot dog. The smaller hole goes down. Slide the pin of the parabolic damper into the pivot dog. Then place the damper itself over the handlebars, like so. Install the clamp onto the housing of the damper. Just snug the 4 screws. Do not ever tighten. You will need to adjust them. Ensure that you can hit both stops. Do not use your damper as your steering stops. If you cannot hit either stop, you'll need to rotate the damper down more. If you cannot hit one stop, slide the damper toward the stop that you cannot hit. If your pivot dog moves too much when you turn the bars, you'll need to rotate the damper down, shortening up this gap. But if you have clamps that flex and move up and down, you'll need to allow for that movement with the gap shown here. If you don't have flexing clamps, a very small gap is usually sufficient. Once you have the damper in the proper position and you can hit your steering stops, torque the clamp bolts to 5 Newton meters. Now slide the rubber boot over the bottom of the lever. Turn the damper up to full hard, that's a 9.5, and then crank the bars back and forth. It will be very hard to turn the bars. Do this a few times to help everything seat very well. Recheck the torque on the 6mm bolt at the front of the mounting plate. That should be at 11 Newton meters. Set the low speed damping to what feels right for you with the right amount of resistance. Then we can set the high speed damping. Click on the link below to learn how to set the high speed damping.